Alright. It says I have 56 minutes. Well, sometimes it lies to me. It just cuts me off. Anyways. Let's look at... Let's judge God. Let's judge God. Right? And I think it's, I don't know, but by the works you shall know them. So it's like, let's look at God's works. Let's look at God's works and judge Him. And let's look at dopamine. Right? Let's look at dopamine. We could say that it's like dopamine comes from pleasure. It comes from happiness, some people might say, which is a relative word. And so it's like, and so what, like we could start to make some accusations. We could start to make some accusations, and it's like, what? He's testing our heart by giving us this beautiful thing, dopamine. Because if we get too addicted to the dopamine, then most humans condemn that sort of thing as addiction. So what is it? This test? Is it this test? Like, here's this dopamine. Here's this dopamine, and here's not dopamine. Like, are you gonna, go out there and get pleasure and condemned by God for not having a heart, for not having perseverance and discipline? But that's not the entire story. That's not the entire story, because dopamine, just like happy, is relative, right? And there's some people who get pleasure from pain, and dopamine can come from pain. And I'm not just talking about like sadomasochism. I'm talking about learning. Learning something new. It's difficult and it's hard, and you struggle and struggle and struggle. But there's some point where the dopamine floods your body. It's exactly like running. Like, you're running, and it's hard. It's difficult. Your legs are burning. Your lungs are burning, everything's burning, but eventually, like, you get high. You get high from running. And dopamine can definitely come from pain. In a good way or a bad. Just like dopamine from pleasure can be from a good way or a bad. So I think if you look at it like that, then it's still a test of the heart, but it's a test of the heart without judgment towards the physical disposition. And that's key, because like Puritans will always condemn the physical disposition, and hedonists will always condemn the physical disposition. But in what I'm saying, it's not about the physical disposition. It's like sometimes, yeah, you can have pleasure, and sometimes, yeah, you can have pain. But dopamine is always a good thing if your heart is in the right place.